In 2022, Matthew Pellew was named the Barossa Valley's Winemaker of the Year in recognition of his 20-plus year contribution to the Barossa wine industry. It's not a bad achievement for someone who didn't have the wine industry on his radar until his high school careers day. So how did he get from high school to chief winemaker at one of the country's premier wineries?
I finished high school and wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. All my friends, my peers from school, they were heading off into lawyer, doctor type professions, and it wasn't really for me. Yeah, righto, Toby. On the careers day that we have, that every school has, I chose to go to an agricultural college instead of a university to see what it was all about. And that sort of set the path, I guess. I saw this agricultural college, I saw what was going on, I saw sheep, I saw people having fun, and I thought, yep, this is for me. I don't have a background in agriculture at all, but it felt like a good fit. And I had a false start there. I chose the wrong university to go to. And so I did 2 years of a more dedicated science degree, and it wasn't right. I wanted to go back to the college, the agricultural college that I'd visited 2 years before, and study there. So I sat down with my dad one day and dropped a bombshell. I said, Dad, I've dropped out of university. This is 2 years into my degree. And he said, what are you talking about? And I said, yeah, I've dropped out of this university, but I'm going to go to another one. I'm going to agricultural college, and I'm going to learn to be a winemaker. And he said, where's this come from? I said, well, I like wine. You know, I'm the only person in my peer group that was drinking wine when everyone else was drinking beer. And I said, I want to learn about it. I finished up with a Bachelor of Applied Science in Enology, and sort of taken it from there.
Not too much leaf. Bees certainly like it. So I reckon it'll work out really well.
I finished my degree, and the first job that I applied for was a cellar hand. I decided that I had a piece of paper that told me how I could make wine, but I didn't have a gut feeling about how wine was made because I don't have a background in wine. I wanted to learn. So I applied for a cellar hand's job, and for 18 months I worked as a cellar hand. Then I became an assistant winemaker, and it was only then, 18 months after I'd finished my university degree, that I actually really felt like I actually could be a winemaker. And yeah, it all went from there. Winemaking is half science, half art, and the science bit is the university bit. You need to know, and you need to have the fundamentals of fermentation, for example. You need to know the process of turning grape juice into wine. That's the sciencey bit. And I love it. I love science. I mean, my whole background in school and everything is, I'm a science geek, basically. I love it. But I'm also an artist because I grew up in a family of creative drawers and artists. The art starts once wine's made, and it's the blending, and it's like a painter. Like when a painter has a blank canvas, and our blank canvas are the grapes that arrive in the winery. And at some point, a painter has to decide to finish that piece of work, even though it's not maybe perfect. But at some point, that painter has to finish putting lines on a canvas and sign their name. Our signing name is when our wines go to bottle.
Okay, so here we are at the end product.
Family history in winemaking? No, absolutely not. You do not need it. I don't have it. I come from a family of architects and interior designers, and cousins and aunts and uncles work in the medical field, and I have no connection whatsoever to the wine industry. But I'm lucky because I found something I love, and I made it my connection, my personal connection. So no, you absolutely do not need a connection. You don't need a family in wine. One of the things that I love about this industry is the fact that it gives you an opportunity to see the world, because so many countries make wine. So there's always an excuse to go and find a vineyard or find a winery in any country that you visit. I've been lucky enough in my career to have travelled all around the world. a really important part of being a winemaker is not just having an understanding of growing grapes, not having an understanding of how grapes are made into wine, but you also have to understand how to promote wine, because at the end of the day we're selling a product. And that's a really good fun part of my job. I get to go and talk to people all around the world about something that I love. And when you're talking about something you love, it's easy to talk about.
For a wine that's only just started to kick into ferment. Yeah, really good colour. I like the aromas.
Well, the first one's going to be fun, absolutely. That would be the first word. If you're not having fun, then why are you here? The other thing, love. I love it. I just love what I do. I love coming to work. I love creating. I guess following on from that is a little bit cliched, but passion. Yeah, fun, love and passion.